What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Zero Productions. Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, the man himself, has given us a spoiler, so to say, for Avengers Doomsday. Now, a lot of fans, including myself, were wondering just how many characters are going to appear in these next two Avengers movies. Like, Infinity War and Endgame were ginormous. But on a scope to scale level, Doomsday and Secret Wars makes Infinity War and Endgame look like Avengers and Age of Ultron, honestly. Because now we're dealing with the multiverse, you guys. That means everybody's into play. Everybody could possibly show up. And if I'm the Russo brothers, I'm stressing out. I'm honestly curious to see what their whiteboard looks like. Because best believe they have a whiteboard full of every single character that has ever played a Marvel character. Live action, that is. We're dating this shit all the way back to Blade, you guys. The possibilities are endless. I am stressed out for them. Because that is so many characters, you guys. Especially jumping into Avengers Secret Wars. Like, my God. How do you juggle all of those big name characters? Who do you decide gets, the best moments? The dialogue, the interactions, it is so crazy. But Benedict Cumberbatch, you guys, came out and stated that he will not be appearing in Avengers Doomsday, but will have a major role in Avengers Secret Wars. I am completely fine with that. The reasoning behind that, you guys, was because of the shift of the story. It was no longer Avengers the Kang Dynasty. It's been replaced for Avengers Doomsday, starring Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Kang is no longer the main villain of these next two films. So they honestly had to shift and change everything for Doomsday. I'm curious to know what that original script was about with the Kang Dynasty. I mean, honestly, obviously, you're going to see the Council of Kangs and things of that nature, but, with the whole Jonathan Majors situation and how that went down, and how Marvel Studios fired him and let him go, they literally had to shift in a totally different direction, and Doom was so massive, and it kind of bothers me because I feel like Doom should have been a build-up. Like, it honestly, Doom should, especially since Marvel Studios and Disney just got the rights to the Fantastic Four. Like, the fact that we're jumping into Doom so fast, you guys, is a little concerning. Because, like I said, Doom is a build-up. Like, it's a build-up. The fact that we have yet to see Doom in any project, and Doomsday starts shooting this year, you guys. Now, it's been rumored that Downey could appear as Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four First Steps, which I hope he does, because he hasn't been, there's no presence of Doom. There's none at all. And that is concerning from a Marvel fan. You know what I mean? It's very concerning. But I know down in my mind, Kevin Feige, the Russo brothers, I know they're going to cook. I know they're cooking up something big. And apparently they have a deadline. I think it was late March for the script to get done. And I'm like, man, you guys don't even have a script that's finished. And this is supposed to start shooting this year. Like, whatever the story may be, they must really need to dial it down, or at least have some kind of start, middle, and end set ready. They know where it's mapping out. They know how it's going to lead into Secret Wars. But this kind of feels like a whole, Iron Man situation, because when they first started shooting Iron Man, the script wasn't even finished. It wasn't finished at all. So they were kind of winging it as they were going, you know what I mean? And when you have somebody like Downey, who's such a phenomenal character actor, who can really portray the character of Tony Stark and Iron Man off script, it can only help you, honestly. But to juggle that many characters, you guys, for Doomsday and Secret Wars, is so concerning. Like, honestly, like I said, Infinity War and Endgame seem so tiny to what these next two films could possibly be. It is going to be ginormous. And he also talked about Doctor Strange 3. Apparently they're taking all kinds of tips. They're taking all kinds of, stories and things of that nature, and they're looking for somebody to write and direct it. So Doctor Strange 3 is currently in the works. I know Sam Raimi was rumored to be coming back to direct the film, but doesn't sound like it. And there's no script for that film right now. So I'm like, well, Doctor Strange 3 probably won't come out until post-Secret Wars, which is kind of confusing because Clea showing up in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness kind of deals with the incursions. So Doctor Strange 3 kind of needs to come out before Secret Wars. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. Should we be concerned? I don't think so. I mean, from here on out, Marvel Studios really needs to get their shit together. And, you know, their scripts have to be on par for the quality that they really want to put out. You know, it's no more, oh, we're going to be doing this and, you know, reshoots and, you know, script has to be absolutely on par with the quality that the MCU is known for doing. It's important, you guys. And I want to see my boy Doctor Strange return. Honestly, I want to see him return. I want to see him go up against some of these multiverse variants. You know, Doctor Strange is one of the most powerful, you know, characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know, and I love Benedict Cumberbatch in the role. He is so wonderful. He is fantastic. Doctor Strange 1, I think, is still so highly underrated. If I'm Kevin Feige in Marvel Studios, I'm calling up Scott Derrickson and see if he can come back and direct, you know, the third film, because he left because of creative differences in the Multiverse of Madness, and they replaced him with Sam Raimi, which is cool. Sam Raimi did a good job for what he was given, but the first Doctor Strange is still miles ahead of, you know, the second Doctor Strange in tone and quality and, you know, all that good stuff. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for, you know, Avengers Doomsday and start shooting this year. So we could possibly see a first trailer attached to like an Avatar 3 at the end of the year. That is so wild to me. That is so wild. And of course, like set photos and things of that nature. You know, it is going to be so big. Like the whole multiverse variant thing, like it's so mind-boggling to me. Like, you know, Chris Evans is back. You know, Chris Hemsworth is coming back. Scarlett Johansson is most likely coming back. All the OG Avengers, you know, it is going to be just bonkers. And I just, you know, the pressure is on. Like, especially after Endgame. Like, the pressure for these next two Avengers films are so big, but I do trust the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers haven't missed so far in the MCU. Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. It all has worked out for them, you guys. But we're in a very different time in the MCU. We're in post-Endgame. Post-Endgame has been rough for Marvel Studios, honestly. We're in a very different time. There's not that love, there's not that attachment that, you know, they had during the entire Infinity Saga. Captain Marvel made $1 billion at the box office. Back then, when a Marvel movie was coming out, it was no question. You were going to go see it opening weekend. Now it's like Disney Plus, probably going to be on there. And that's the thing. Streaming is so big now. Like during the Infinity Saga, streaming wasn't big. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't. They didn't have Disney Plus. So now there's these other options that, you know, the fans and, you know, the audience can just really wait for. And that is a little concerning if I'm the studio. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about Benedict Cumberbatch confirming, spoiling that he will not appear in Avengers Doomsday, but will have a major role in Secret Wars. What's your lineup, you guys? Who would you like to see appear in Avengers Doomsday? Thoughts and opinions? Post your comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching Serial Productions. Peace.